what was interesting, Joseph, is that the little stick man, and he did this the last time too, was crawling, like went up the frickin' wall.
Oh,
And he was long and gangly.
Hi guys, this is Joseph at Haunted Hideouts. I'm here to do a review today on my Deadlite IR light. Now this particular IR light here is 60 watts of IR light power made by the guys at the Deadlite company. This is not something that is mass produced. This is all handmade, and it definitely took some time. The guys are so busy at the shop where they make these things. This actually took 7 months from the day that I ordered it to arrive to me. So I ordered this back, say, mid-March of 2019, and it took 7 months. I was hoping to get it in time for my St. Augustine investigation, but unfortunately it came just after that. But this is awesome, and I must say it is 100% well worth the wait. Now this particular light here, I had custom tailored for me and my needs for gear for the way that I investigate, my team investigates. As you guys know, it is like super dark sometimes when you're investigating. I know the St. Augustine Lighthouse outdoors, they had turned off 100% all the lights. I mean, it was pitch black. I could only see by looking at the flip out screen on my night vision camera. So if you watch that video and it kind of aims at the ground a little bit, that's because of that. Like, I'm trying to see where I go so I don't trip. But this particular light that I had made, and they had installed 2 pathway lights on the bottom here. So it lights up the ground where I'm at, so let me go ahead and turn it on. So this light has a 2-way toggle switch on the side here. There is a switch 1 for up and a switch 2 for down. Now if I want to use the built-in battery section on the back of this, it's magnetic. It takes two batteries. Forget the exact ones here, but they are 3.7 volt batteries. So let me go ahead and turn it on. If you use the in-house batteries section, you can just press down on this button, and then the middle row, I don't know if you can see it on the camera since it's the IR light, but the middle row lights up, and the top and the bottom row are both turned off. So the light has 2 other green buttons right here on the side, if you can see them now. And each one of these powers another row of lights. So there are 5 watts per bulb of IR light power, and I got the 3 rows of them, making a total of 60 watts of IR light, which is freaking awesome. And then, as if that's not cool enough, right? They also added a intensity knob on the side, so I can turn the knob up and down and adjust how bright I want each of these lights to be. So I will say, for the investigations I've done so far, that I mainly only use the 1 row. Now I've never really been in a room big enough or a hallway big enough to where I really needed to use the full 60 watts of power yet. I'm sure it's coming, but for now I mainly just use the 1 row on them with the intensity set to max for the 1 row. But if I'm walking, or say I have this on a tripod, because it does have a tripod mount on the bottom, which I have a little mini tripod for, go ahead and attach. So this little mini tripod's pretty cool when I'm investigating. And just stand it up right here, or on a counter, or wherever I'm at. And oh yeah, it's got the tripod mount on the bottom and on the top, so you can get like a handheld rig and mount this above or below the rig, so you've got more ability to mount it however it suits your needs. So if the light's too bright and I want to diffuse it a little bit, I got this magnetic diffuser. It also just clips right on, and it diffuses the light, which is nice. And if like I said a minute ago, that if I want to put it on a tripod or just set it up somewhere, then I can put it on this tripod, but it's got a little red light on the side here, and that activates the pathway lights. So as you can see, it's messing up the focus on my camera, but as you can see, it turns on the pathway lights. So I actually use this more often than I expected to use it. That I take this little tripod like this, and then I turn on the pathway lights, and I will take my camcorder in my hand, and I will walk with the light filming. So I can shine it whichever direction I want to shine it at by holding on to the little mini tripod, and then using the pathway lights to light the ground so I can see better. So that feature is brilliant. I applaud you, Josh, for putting that on there. That's really cool and extremely useful. So so far that's the basic setup for this IR light. Again, if I push the little red light, pathway lights turn off. Now, I have not had batteries die on this thing yet that I can remember, but if in the off chance that that does happen and you need a longer battery life, a two-way toggle switch. So the good people at Deadlite included this little external battery pack here, which holds 4 of these batteries in it, and then the battery just plugs into the side of this. This gives me 4 batteries worth, so double the battery power of just using the internal battery source. So during the investigation, when I was at the haunted jail in Jasper, Florida, when we stayed overnight, I wanted to go ahead and record us sleeping. So I didn't know how long the 2 internal batteries that I was using all night would last. So I went ahead for the evening and I plugged in this external battery source with the 4 batteries in it, and it lit up the room. I don't remember how strong I lit the lights. It was probably just the middle row to try to conserve the battery power since the room was on the smaller side. But it was still running weekly by morning. So that battery source charged it the entire night, and it just kept going and kept going and kept going, which was amazing. This particular external battery portion here, it has test lights, which I don't have the batteries in right now, so you can't see it. But it can tell you how well of a charge the batteries are by pressing the little button. You can see that. So overall, my impression of this light is amazing. Thank you to the team at Deadlite, and I would highly recommend anybody needing a more powerful IR light than what just comes on the camera, or what the little IR lights that people tend to use. That I have various other models, like from Ghost Augustine and stuff. They are great for smaller rooms or when you're just filming somebody up close, but when you are really needing to light up a room really well, if the room's large, or I don't know, you just want to light it up for whatever the reason so you can see better at night on the IR camera, then this is the way to go. I'm going to go ahead and include some clips here so you can see this IR light in action while we're at the jail. So you can see the difference while we're inside the cell of the jail with the IR light on its lowest setting of the middle row only. Alright, down in the first floor woman's cell.
Yes.
And he said she got her jacket tucked when she first walked in.
As soon as I started walking into the threshold,
Yep.
I felt 2 tugs on my sleeve.
As you can see, there was bunk beds in the jail. This IR light I had on the bottom portion of the bunk beds, and the top portion had no IR light. So you can see how well the bottom portion is lit and how dark it is on the top portion. You can't see anything except the device being lit up. So this was a great addition to have inside the jail. Also, this light here, I took it to the outdoor investigation that we did at Shiloh. And as you can see, Teresa, she's a medium, and she was picking up on the spirit of a little girl. And she was describing the little girl. And when I was first walking up to her, I did not have this IR light turned on.
I'm picturing the little girl about like 5.
I was just walking up to her with the IR light on the camera. And when she was speaking for a moment or two, I went ahead and I turned this on.
Did you say
It's what it... One of the guys went like this on her shoulder and to force her down.
So you can see that she was drastically lit up, big time. And you can see everything around, which is great. And again, that was using this with just the middle lights only. So this has so much more potential than what I was using it for. But it's great. It's one of my go-to items I have to have for all of my investigations going forth. And if you like it, contact the team at Deadlite and place your order for one too. Again, it took like 7 months, so the sooner you order one, the better. So, alright guys, thanks for checking out my video, and stay tuned for more future videos. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thank you all. Have a good night.